And we started a greeting card company with these kids up in Harlem. And I taught them how to run a company, every single inch of it, from planning and design through accounting, through the whole thing. It was awesome. And then they could vest into the company and take it over and own it. It was really cool. Anyway, both successful, ran back into Simon & Schuster and said, ta-da, proof of concept. And they said, I'm sorry, there still are no books to teach kids about money, not a topic of interest, but thanks for stopping in. Again, yeah, I fought back. The tears got out there, and it was like, ah. So again, as an entrepreneur, if you can't go this way, then you have to go this way or whatever. I knew how to do leverage buyouts from my days at Chase Manhattan Bank. If I could do DuPont Conoco, I could buy a publishing company. So I did. So, not with my money, don't get carried away. So, hence the word leveraged. Yeah. I bought a division of Macmillan that was doing it was called Checkerboard Press, and they were doing Mother Goose. And at our first publishing meeting, I was chairman of the board, and at our first publishing meeting, they were presenting Mother Goose, and it was just, I'm sorry, you don't understand. It's enough about Mother Goose. We're doing the Kids and Money book. And by the way, I can fire all of you. So anyway, they published my book, obviously, and we sold 50,000 copies of it. I sold the company, went back into Simon & Schuster. Simon & Schuster said, oh, you know, there's this other book called the Kids Money book. Anyway, so who knew? So my market is to talk to parents at home, talk to kids at home, work with corporations, work with, you know, folks like yourself to change the whole atmosphere, to teach kids about money at school and at home. And my whole thing was to not only publish the books, but make sure that we did curricula and work with at-risk children. They published my first adult book called Money Doesn't Grow on Trees, A Parent's Guide to Raising Financially Responsible Children. And then the phone rang one day and my daughter picked it up. And she goes, Mommy, Oprah's on the phone. I go, no, 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 no. I have a friend, Alice, who does Oprah impersonations. It's not Oprah. So I was doing Oprah shtick with Alice, I thought, on the phone, you know, hey girl, give it your best shot, all this stupid stuff. Anyway, my daughter then wrote on a piece of paper and she held it up in front of me and said, you can ruin your life, but don't ruin mine. Cut it out. So, yes, it was Oprah, and I wanted to do, I'm sorry, Miss Godfrey can't come to the phone right now, but she'll get right back to you. And my daughter's like, stop it. So, because Oprah wasn't going to give me her private phone number. So anyway, I threw myself at her mercy. I said, you know, it's a bad day. Anyway, I was on Oprah 13 times, worked with her for 4.5 years. That book hit #1 on the New York Times bestseller list, sold 1 million copies in about 45 seconds. It was great. Yeah, it was cool. But what it did was, it really established the topic so that we knew it was important, and it's something that we as parents, we as business people know. Our children are financially illiterate. We need to do something about that. I'm also proud to say that I work with about 500,000 at-risk kids. I work with wounded warriors and their family, with the military. I deal with about 200,000 of those kids. And with the wounded warriors, we help them out of Syracuse University to become entrepreneurs, because they've come back and they can't do what they thought they would be able to do, so we can help them. And I deal with about 2 million parents and kids all over the place. And I had to move into the new world of connectivity, and the new world is video gaming apps for kids. So I sat back, looked at that landscape, and said, how am I going to do that? So I don't know if you know the world of anime. Do you know anime? It's junk. Hate it. Yeah. Anyway, so everyone was anime, anime, anime. It's this stuff out of Japan. It's a form of animation. It's not differentiated. So I had a conversation with myself, and I said, go back. What do you like? What character group do you like? I like Shrek. How many of you like Shrek? And if the parents are going to end up with the grandparents and the kids watching this stuff, you're not going to watch anime, you'll watch Shrek, right? Yeah. Research found out this guy, Tom Hester, did Shrek. My office was screaming, laughing at me during this whole process. I didn't have enough nerve to actually write to Tom Hester, who did Shrek, and had a $400 million budget at DreamWorks. Not my budget. But I wrote to Hester Studios and sent all my stuff and said, perhaps you want to get into this world, to help me do video gaming acts, blah, blah, blah. So about 2 weeks later, the phone rang. It was Tom Hester himself who said, I'm in a different phase in my life. I would very much like to have some meaning and do something, but is there a reason you asked for my studio and not for me? Do you have a problem working with me? So it was like, it's a good thing it wasn't video, because I'm going. Anyway, he's my partner, and we've launched 3 video gaming apps, which are on Apple, on iOS, and they're free to teach little guys about money and through gameplay. I've also added the world of ecology into my wheelhouse, because saving resources is the same as saving money. So if you save money, you also save resources, and vice versa. So it's a behavioral thing. I work with corporations. I speak to folks like yourself, and people sponsor my programs into schools, into after school, into lots of different things. So that's basically what I do. I also write for Forbes. You can follow me on Forbes. Forbes.com, Neil Godfrey. And I was also just recently have gotten into the world of academia, and I am an executive in residence at the Columbia Graduate School of Business, dealing with, yeah, it's pretty cool, dealing with graduate MBAs and PhDs in terms of helping them with their career path. So that's basically who I am. I'm a grandma of 2 and mother of 2. And basically my message is find the passion, make a difference. You can do it. It can be your vocation, it can be your avocation. All you have to do is not be afraid and just, get out there and do it. I'm getting the hook, right? Thank you. Right. Okay. Thank you.